All right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely early morning. It's still dark outside. I woke up pretty early and I decided to just jump up and pop up and start reading and getting involved into what the Father always get me involved in, spirit and truth. It is so much. It's first and foremost, I like to thank the Most High Yah for all the grace and mercy He has shed abroad the earth. I thank Him for all that He has given us, all that He has done for us. And I thank Him for being the greatest. I thank Him for being the excellent one, the perfect one, the most powerful, all power. Let's put it like that. All powerful and all anointed, all righteous, all just, all truth. Oh, Father, I just thank Him for being all of it, all by Himself. And I'm coming this morning with all that invested in me in who He is, who He was, who He's going to be. And I see the healing of knowing what took place before the foundation of the world. It is like a healing technique for those who walk in the spirit of the Most High, because it justifies, it clarifies, and it identifies what I actually see today and what I saw yesterday and the days to come. That understanding of what took place before the foundation of the world override any and everybody on the face of the earth teaching. Okay, so I just thank Him for who He is all by Himself. I thank Him for His lovely, perfect comforter. I thank Him for the comforter, because it has been exactly what He said it would be, that excellent and perfect and great and powerful teacher, showing me things to come. I mean, showing me things that was and is and that shall be. I just thank Him for being that He told us He would be. And through His Spirit do we understand who He was and who He is, because only those that He has given the ability to find light through the narrow gate. I just give Him all glory and honor and praise. Praise the Most High, Ahaya. I want to thank the Father also for the prophet Durbin. I want to thank him for the time that he has given the earth, this man. It's not important to me what you think about him, what you thought about him, or who he is. If you know him, it's not important. When I speak, I am in full understanding. I'm only talking to that one. So a lot of people will jump on here and they will read, they will get on here and they'll listen. You can listen all you want. The Father already know if you that one. Okay? And that one already know who I am. And I know that one I know who that one is. But I tell you this, in knowing who that one is, I want to say to you, this is for you. Okay, this is a very powerful lesson. It's going to be maybe 2 hours, maybe longer, but I'm going to get through this here. I have to drop this message because I think about the Pastor Dorby and how he came and he came and he gone. He came to go. And because when I think about Dorby, I think about how all the other prophets, how they came and went. Identical the way that he came and went. Okay, so but you got to understand, he came as he was, because of the Father and who He is. He already knew what He had invested in him. He didn't use him when he was a little bitty boy. He used him only during the time that He needed him to be what He wanted him to be. So he came in and he went out, but he went out young. But then when I go back to the Bible, a lot of the prophets went out that way. Okay, they didn't last as long as like Abraham, Isaac, not Abraham, back before even Abraham time. All of those that had lived thousands of years or hundreds of years. But I just thank the Father for Derby, for allowing him to come in and leave something for that one. And when I just hearing him, I realized that just hearing him, it brought so much, how would I say, closure to me, to make me understand it's okay, Deborah. It's okay to endure it. And I'm like, I already feel the comfort of the endurance, but I see him come and go. But that's biblical. The prophets and those that came to do the servants of the Most High, they came in and they swooped the coop. That means they came in, Father had them in and out. But I want to share with you all that I noticed that his wife used to always be on his page saying that he passed away and it was no foul play. She's alive from the pit of hell. She better find out who she is. She don't know who she is. You know, see, a lot of people think because this is my husband or this is my wife, this is my spouse, and I've been married 100 years, baby, it don't mean nothing about how long you've been married to that individual. You can be called, and that your individual are not called to serve in the same position in which you're called. So it's the things that individual don't know. But I say unto you that through me just laying my head on the bosom of the Father, saying, Father, what's the deal with this man? Why did he have to? The Father had to bring me straight through the comforter stage so I can understand this too shall pass, Deborah. This too needed be during that time. So I salute, they called him Pastor Durbin, but I believe he's my brother in the prophet setting. Okay. And that was Pastor Durbin. But I believe without a doubt, and this is what his wife didn't know, is what I'm finna to share with you all. And this is what many of you all did not know, but I'm going to share with you all, because I'm going to tell y'all one thing about the Most High, y'all. He's about what he's saying. He said what he's about. No, you don't understand what he say. You don't understand what he's about, because this thing is spiritual. This is something where he rests in you and he abide in you and he teach you from that level. See, a lot of people are getting they studies and stealing them. They stealing them from messages that people drop. And they run and steal it and they apply it to their flesh. But baby, you ain't going nowhere with that. You ain't going nowhere with that. He said, he that is for you is not against you. They are against you when they're not for you. So I say to you all is a bunch of clowns, and you're going to live and die clowns. So I like to send this message out to the whole world. Okay. And first thing I wanted to do is say, wait a minute, Deborah, should you do this? Should you do this? And I said, this is spirit and truth. It shall always be done. See, this is where I really hate. I hate the fact that wicked and evil can have its day and its time and its seas. But everybody think that the Father can't have his. That's why his is so separate and so different, speaks so bold of him and what he is, what he was, and what he's going to be. And no one wants that. They want you to come in tender and nice, speak to us so we can have itchy ears, speak to us delicate. Those days are over, y'all. It's finished. So I'm going to come with something that is, and I'm going to title it after I'm done. And I want to start first and foremost. I think I'm going to start in Revelation. I'm going to lead all the way in this whole message through Revelation, because I think that it's high time I address the fact that you all continue and you ain't going to stop, because this too, the Father said, need be. So when he's have to come to me and say, Deborah, this need be, that means, baby, these things are going to come to pass with you or without you. These things need be. Don't forget, I gave you a lane. That lane means you teach spirit and truth and keep running in the lane. You see, don't think that these people are supposed to get this, Deborah. They're not supposed to get it. Look at your brother Durbin. Even his wife today don't get it. His sons didn't get it. His congregation didn't get it. But I suffer you to get it. You see? So I thank the Father for just who he is all by himself. He don't need me. He don't need none of us. And we're about to see that. He didn't need Durbin to continue. But I would have, me in the flesh, would have loved to see him continuing. You know, he's not a man that I listen to all the time. He's not a man that I listened to when he was during that time. It just so happened lately, I just listened and I said, wait a minute, that's my brother. But why did you take him? So I got in my feelings. Father, why was he deleted? He said, Deborah, go back to the prophets. I deleted them all. That's the working of my hand. Because when they are my servant, they come in and they go out. Blessed be the name of the Most High Yah. Cover it, Deborah. Cover that thing. Speak that thing in spirit and truth. And here I come. Revelation chapter 16 and verse 6. In Revelation chapter 16 and verse 6, and this is for his wife, stand your butt down. You are not who you think you are. And anybody out there who are thinking that his wife can take this baton and run, she can't. Because I've actually heard her say that her husband died and it was not foul play. It was foul play. It's impossible for this man to have spoke what the Spirit has spoken to me since I was 4 years old. It is impossible to get up out of here at the age that he has left. So I said to the Father, no, they did this to him. And the Father said to me, don't forget, Deborah, don't forget. Life and death is in my hand. Now I want you to route this in spirit and truth. Wow. So he wanted me to, he heard me say, no, Father, they deleted that man. What he just taught and what I've heard him speak in the last, not the last few days, but in 1 year, I think I've listened to him like 4, 5 times. And every time I listen to him, this man is speaking the things that I've been taught since I was a little girl. And I'm like saying, but why, Father, why did he leave? He left so young, and that bothers me. So only thing I can lean to was when he left full of the Holy Spirit. Father, he left here full of the Holy Spirit. Father, he left here with spirit and truth. Father, he left with the keys that could have broken many of our men backs. But you know what he said? No matter how good Durbin was, he was his son. No matter how good Durbin was, he couldn't have changed the house of Israel men. He couldn't have. He said, these is a stiff neck and a rebellion and disobedient. And he said, when I say stiff neck, disobedient and rebellion, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the people. I'm not talking to flesh. I'm talking to the world. And this is how these people were to a creator. So he said, when I say stiff neck, rebellion and disobedient, they just use it as a flamboyant word. They just use it so whatever. I don't care what he said about us. We this, we that, we this. But he said, but the key to it, they don't understand that stiff neck, rebellion, and disobedience is what they were to me, Deborah, not to you all. That's powerful. So if they are stiff neck, rebellion, and disobedient to me, they ain't gonna take heed to nothing Durbin said, nor Sister Deborah. Even if you're a prophetess on top of a prophetess on top of a prophetess. This is an ugly people, Deborah, you're dealing with. And whenever, like my ex-husband say, so you saying if we just own that thing. And he was saying how good that feel to know if you just own that thing. But see, people won't own it. They won't own nothing that's spirit and truth, that's rest and righteous. They only own unrighteous. And they are content. Because he was saying to me, even though Durbin had all the keys to open up the doors, and he did open up many doors for the brethren in his nation. He said, but them brothers weren't coming in, Deborah. Like I told you, you can stand on any mountain and proclaim. It don't matter. These people, it's brick walls. That's the example I've given you. So you can continue to run. Why? Because I told you. I was good at track running. The strength is in my legs. And he was telling me, go around the brick wall, Deborah. Go around. Stop running into the brick wall. Because when you run into the brick wall, Deborah, you fall down and it takes you time to get up and heal and run again. So he was giving me a technique about going around the brick wall. That's why I got off this page. Because a lot of things didn't make any sense to me. He said, you think that these people going to support you when they won't even support me? I was like, yes, that is what he was. He said, so you thinking they going to hear you? You think they going to take heat? You think they are brick walls, baby. And that's the example I gave you because I created a lane for you. And I wanted you to know that lane that you're running in, you're going to have many a brick walls. Go around them bad boys. Even if you have to climb on top to get to the other side, leave their butts behind. I told you, if they not for you, they ain't for me. And if they ain't for me, they ain't for you. We are in this together. Run that race, Deborah. So I look at Darby, I think that Darby is Darby. And I look at him and I say, Father, but he died. You took him so young and he was so at it. He said, that's what he was. He was their key to open the door so many of our nation of men can go in. But he said, not so. I said, but Father, look like they should have been able to float in through his door. Nope, Deborah, that's not my will. See, it's not the Father will that y'all get it like y'all think y'all got it. It's not the Father will that y'all just have it so easy and stand back at a distance like you do and portray you got something, you all this and you all that and you know this and you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. I'm finna chop this up because I think it's so important. In Revelation chapter 16 and verse 6, I'm going to chop this thing up and I'm going to chop this thing down. And this is to correct his wife and anybody that followed him. He was a prophet of the Most High, Yah. He was appointed and anointed for a certain time period. And that certain time period was for him to come in and go out quickly. Because I'm a prophetess in the wilderness and I feel him. I feel this thing. And I'm saying, wait a minute, Father, why is he talking like me? This is what you taught me when I was a little girl. He said he was one too, Deborah. But I said you took him away when he was at the top. He said, but Deborah, they didn't listen to me since the beginning of time. Deborah, how many times did I tell you they don't even know Genesis 1 and 2? So you think Pastor Darby can come in and open the door for him? He said it can't be. You can't open the door for him. He couldn't open the door for him. I opened the door for them and they still wouldn't walk in. Praise the mighty Most High God. This is the Father that keeps me. That's that comforter. Bring me word like that so I can say, okay, I can do this. I can endure through you who strengthened me to endure. So here we go. Revelation chapter 16 and verse 6. He had to comfort me in the fact that he had to let Darby in come as his beginning. Because see, the beginning and the end is in the will of the Father. When he bring you in, he got you set to go out. And during this time that you're going to go out, it doesn't matter how you go out, but that you go out. You see, it doesn't matter how you come in. You can come in through a C-section. You can come into a stillbirth. You can come into a natural birth. You can come in, but it doesn't matter. As long as you come in. And you're not really in until the breath of life is blown into you. That's your coming in. And your going out is when that breath is out. Ooh-wee. You see? So it don't matter what your words and what you think, what you feel. Anybody caring about what y'all thinking about and what you feeling about? Get out of your flesh, your feelings, because that's what you've been in all your life. Your feelings in your flesh. Okay, so I'm going to cover to say this. His wife is out of line. She's totally out of line. And I'm sure he would not approve of her being out of line, but because of the father. There'll be two in the household. One will be taken, one will be left. Know that the Father knows what belongs to him. And everything that is created is still belongs to him. He got it going in and coming out. Even the earth is going to have to, it's moaning right now. The earth is moaning. The earth is cutting up from the floor. And then one of y'all people out here in the flesh can't even see the earth moaning. So let's go here. I want to show that just because Sister Deborah and my brethren and my brothers that was prophets that left out of here, just because we come in and we go out, don't mean nothing. We still founded in the Lamb Book of Life. We still are resting in the bosom of the Father. We're still in there. So when you get to Revelation chapter 16 and verse 6, the Father was soothing me with this comfort. He said, when you get to Revelation, Deborah, chapter 16 and verse 6, it reads, for they have shed the blood of the saints and the prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. Understand, he's letting y'all know. Hear me out there. Even when you reject Sister Deborah because she was saying, give a drinker to a prophet, you receive a prophet reward. Use a fool, you're going to live a fool and you're going to die a fool. And that's all right for me to say that you are a straight up fool. Anybody that got in their feelings and in their heart, you stay there. Stay right where you at. Here alone allowed me to see. Revelation chapter 16 verse 6, for they have shed the blood of the saints and the prophets, and thou hast given them blood, thou hast given them the blood to drink. You better drink it. You better drink every lick of it, because that's the drink and the portion you're going to receive at the throne. See, the Father is showing me, Deborah, you see, baby, nobody can take what's mine. Yeah, I told you they killed him. I told you they shed him. I told you right there, Deborah, in Revelation chapter 16 and verse 6. For they have shed the bloods of the saints and of the prophets. I gave them all those revelations way back when all my other prophets was killed. My servants were killed. They shed their blood. Don't think I didn't know it. Don't think that I didn't know it. Continue to read verse 6, Deborah. For they have shed the blood of the saints and the prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink. Drink that blood, y'all. Because you don't hurt what belongs to the Father. Even to the point of taking their life. Taking Sister Deborah's life does not end my life. It starts it in the kingdom. So he wanted me to know, Deborah, even though you see that he was a young man, Derby, even though you see that he was a young man, you also see the words in which he has spoken was the words you were taught when you were young. So you know who he is. Yes, I knew. But mine was, as a prophetess in the wilderness today, it bothered me that he had to go with such powerful words that he had. He had it for the men of Israel to run on in righteous. But the Father said, Deborah, in order for them to run on in righteous, it has to be me. It has to be me. They have to seek and search and put me first. No matter what y'all give these people, Y'all speaking the two-edged sword, and these people ain't got sense enough to feel it. So he had to, because I had him to come in and to go out. But listen to you. You a prophet. You called him. So he's still living. Because you called his words, being like unto the words in which I have taught you. So that's your brother in the Father. Y'all share the same Father. You see? So I'm sitting here listening to this when his wife would say, oh no, he just died. And let me tell you, it wasn't foul play. Baby, sit your tail down. All through the Genesis to Revelation, he's showing you foul play. But in the background, he said, I got this. I like that. That's what he's telling me, Deborah. I got it. Listen to how he said in Revelation 16 and verse 6. For they have shed the blood of the saints and the prophets. Who is the saints? The body, those that's in the body of Hamashiach. And thou hast given them blood to drink, for they were worldly. You ain't done nothing to the fathers, because you don't listen to them. Baby, you ain't done nothing to your sister. Matter of fact, you just a tad that been separated from the wheat. And too ignorant to realize that. Because you are the serpent seed. So you're doing exactly what you are to do. Okay? And I like that because the Father was that's how he comforted me, to let me know, Deborah, I'm telling you, they shed it. That means they killed. But no one would pay attention to the fact that I said they shed blood of the saints. No, none of the saints even paid attention today. You know why they don't pay attention? Because they're not the real saints. That's why they don't hear you, Deborah. That's why they don't feel what you're saying. That's why it don't bother them. That's why they can't expound or climb on top of what you're saying. Because they're not meant to be in the midst. They just in the midst, clowning and portraying. Okay? So I like that because he's telling me, Deborah, they did it back then, baby. Here it is in Revelation. I'm telling you, in the end days, they're going to be still doing it. So when you see Pastor Derby, leave, it ain't because he left because that's the day I had for to come in and go out. But the way that he went out still was because they shed his blood. You see? That's why I said, woman, don't go saying that it wasn't foul play. You don't know the word of the Most High, y'all. See, a man can be around his wife and not teach him. She still don't have to be the one that knows spirit and truth. A woman can be around her husband and her husband might not know spirit and truth. So I went on and he took me on and on and on. He said, now I want you to go to 17, Revelation 17. He said, the reason why I'm showing you in this day is because I'm going to show you I showed you in the old days, that's how they killed the prophets. Same way they're doing it today. So see, he said, I poured you all up into Revelation because you know Revelation, you walking up in it. So that's why I gave you Revelation 16 and verse 6 to show you they still killing minds. My servants and my prophets, and getting away with it. And the world said, oh, they didn't do nothing, no foul play, it's all good. But it's marked already in heaven that day that they go out. But the Father say, somebody is shedding the saints' blood. So what they go out, look at Adam and Cain and Abel. Look how much he cared for Abel. But he didn't stop Cain from taking Abel out. Why? Because Abel had a day in and a day out. And it was proven the word of his will to be true. Satan, Cain is your seed. Okay? Abel is my seed. I already told you. The level of hate is going to be in the serpent. So bad that he hated his brother without a cause. And he took his life. And these wasn't grown men either. How about that? Now, when he took me, he kept telling me, he said, now go to Revelation 17. So I went to Revelation 17 and verse 6, and I began to read. And it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the monarchy. Is that monarchies of Yeshua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Now, see right here, he says, I saw the woman drunken with the blood. See, you all thinking of the cost. People are dying. A lot of these people, only one that's dying like this are the saints and the prophets. Those that's in the body of Hamashiach. All y'all other people, y'all just dying to be dying. Because your day is coming in and going out. That's why you're able to sit here and be on medication for 100 years. You see? You got all these sickness in your body for a reason. Because that's how your spirit is. It's sick. And this is why you're sick. Okay? But I want to say to you all that even here in Revelation 17, going into 17, Revelation 17, chapter 17 and verse 6, he's sitting here telling you, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and the blood of the monarchs of Yeshua, monarchs of Yeshua. So these people are those that lost their lives. They lost their lives. They were saints, or they were like the prophets or the apostles or of Yeshua. But of period, because they were dying before Yeshua came. You see? So when y'all thinking that these saints ain't getting up out here, y'all thinking these saints are just getting killed or just dying sick. No, you don't get a man like Pastor Darby and just go in, and even if he had high blood pressure or whatever, just die like that. Y'all don't know what's behind a lot of this. But I like the Father, because he said, but look, Deborah, when you know spirit and truth, you know the truth, because the Holy Spirit teaches you what this book is saying. And now we're in Revelation. We in this day. So let's go to Revelation 18 and 24. When I get to Revelation 18 and 24, it talks about and cried when they saw the smoke of the burnt. No. Revelation 18 and 24. Okay. Revelation 18 and 24. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and the saints of all that were slain upon the earth. See, y'all, a lot of you all thinking these people are just dying or just ill or just sick. Baby. Because you all are so ignorant in all your thinking, your ways, your feelings, your emotions, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding, the Father leave you right there. And all his will continue without you having no understanding. I like that, because it makes more sense why the gate is narrow and very few shall find it. Because it's not meant for you to find it. That's why you can have a hardened heart when someone says support. It's because you got a hardened heart already, and the Father already labeled you as that. So it's nothing that nobody can do about it. It's nothing that no one can do about the saints and the prophets being slain. Because the Father already got who they are in heaven locked in. So do he have you. So it says here in Revelation chapter 18 and verse 24, and in her was found the blood of the prophets and the saints, and of all were slain upon the earth. They were murdered. So it didn't make no sense about Darby, and the Father was telling me, yes, he was. I said, he was, wasn't he? Yes, he was. I said, well, why would his wife, Deborah, everybody that says, Ahaya, is not of me. You know that already, because I've given you the spirit of discerning. Get real with this now. Get real, Deborah. That means stay in your lane. The lane is spirit and truth. That means don't let nobody bring nothing outside of spirit and truth to the table. And they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Okay, so I thank him for that. Then he was showing me, that's another showing you that the blood of the saints and of the prophets, those that are servants of the Most High, leave out of here slain. They leave out of here even to today, slain. And we sitting around here not even, I ain't gonna say we, not no more. This is what you call when the comforter come and teach you all things. Because he's showing me it wasn't just the prophets of yesterday, baby. It's the prophets and the saints today. We're thinking they just getting up out of here. They're being slain. Yah's chosen ones, servants, are being slain. Murdered. And the reason why the only one that can understand it and detach themselves to that understanding is the servants in which he sent in the end days. That's why he said they're going to be bold in the end days, those that he's sending. Okay, now when we get to Matthew's, watch this here, Matthew's chapter 24. Because Matthew, to me, 24 also bounced off of Revelation. It always did. Matthew's 24 always bounced off of Revelation. But watch this here. It always, the book of Revelation. In Matthew's chapter 24 and verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Now, when he says, and ye shall be hated of all nations, see, a lot of y'all thinking that he's talking about the house of Israel. No, he's talking about those that are in the spiritual realm, the seed of the spiritual realm that's born of the spirit is going to be hated by all nations. You see? Now listen to what it says. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. So what is Yeshua saying? He was telling the disciples back then too. It means then and now. Because as you go on, the end on 14, it tells you it's in the end days. And as you go up at the top, Matthew's chapter 4, and Matthew's chapter 24 and 14, and Matthew's chapter 24 and 4, it tells you he's talking about the end days. So in the end days, they're going to do what? They shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. That's going back to tell y'all. He's not talking about the house of Israel. He's talking about the spiritual seeds of the Most High Yah. That means even among, look at Judah. They are hated among their own nation. So he's not talking about nations outside of your nation. You're going to be hated among your own nations. That's why he said nation against nation. That means your own nation is going to be against you. A living witness, a prophet in this day and time can vouch for the word to be true, to be righteous, to be spirit and truth. You all hate against your own. The word is not lying. You all are lying. And that's the way you're going to live it. And I just thank him for having it already divided. Who's who and what's what. Where everybody is already going. Praise the mighty Ahaya Ahaya. Because y'all really think y'all getting away with something. So, I like the Father giving me that because he's showing me just because one think that their family member is just died, you can think all you want. This man, the power in what he was saying was up there, y'all. It was already at the top. And what do I mean when I said Pastor Dorby was already up at the top? He was way past the Hebrew Israelites in true understanding of wisdom and knowledge. A lot of things, not a lot, but some things I didn't agree with him on, but it didn't matter. Because what God has given me is to me, it could be a little higher, it could be a little lower. What he has given him could be a little higher, it could be a little lower. But I know that he was. That's one thing about that same way I say about this Bible. I will not deny going in this Bible, reading it and studying it, and letting the Holy Spirit teach me spirit and truth out of it. I will not tell you to do away with it like these Hebrew Israelite men and women. They quick to go to all these other books. And you know what the sad part about it? You see this King James Bible? The same European that printed the King James 16, printed them up. And guess what? Same one who wrote the books they run after now. Same old Europeans. But yet they find truth in those books and make this book a lie. When the Father just a couple of days whooped me down And I like the way he whooped me, because he whooped me he beat me so bad, it made me feel so good. When the Most High beat me so bad, it made me feel so good, because I knew what the beating was about, what I already believed in. But he had to beat me all the way down to say, see, there's wasn't no fallen angels. I told you Satan came down in his. And if there was even some of his that went down to the uttermost darkness. These are spirits, Deborah, that roaming to and fro the earth. And the more people come onto the earth, they connect, just like Adam and Eve went straight to the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's how people go to Satan. They detach themselves to Satan with a blink of an eye, because they already created to come down to join Satan's seed. That's why he was telling him in the beginning, Genesis 3:15, your seed and a woman's seed. The men won't embrace the fact that the woman's seed represent the spiritual seed of Yah. That's who Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob came out of. See, they think the only woman's seed is the Messiah. Use a lie from the pit of hell. The woman's seed represents spiritual, because as it says the woman's seed, then it says his heel. You see? They don't get it. A woman's seed, but his heel. You got to be able to understand it through the Ruach HaKodesh, not through the teaching of all this flesh, but the spirit of Yah. So I thank the Father this morning for showing me that he put it all in Revelation, that many of the saints and the prophets are going to be killed, like unto yesterday's prophets and saints. Also, he's letting us also understand that the same then I had prophets and saints, I still have them today. That's why I don't pay any attention to people who say we don't need a prophet anymore. They talk like that's what they say. We don't need them no more. For we have Yeshua HaMashiach. We have Jesus Christ. Baby, you don't have nothing. Not even Yeshua HaMashiach. Because HaMashiach is the power of my Father. And let me tell you, you don't have that. Not talking this trash y'all teaching. I'm the living witness with the gift of discerning. And I can tell you without even seeing you, knowing you, or understanding you, or hearing you, you don't have nothing. Okay, so now the lesson is about to get started here. And we're going to go now. The Father says, stay into Revelation, bust it wide open, Deborah. Bust that thing open. And what he's saying is, Deborah, they keep lying about fallen angels. They keep lying about aliens. What they don't understand, according for them to fall and to come down, where are they coming from and where are they falling from? He said what they didn't understand, they didn't have no respect for me in Genesis 1 and 2. They definitely didn't have none in 3 and nowhere else. Once that sin hit, they went their way. He went one way, they went their way. And what was their way? To the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's the way the people went. And that's the way the Roman Catholic drew them in. Even though you calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite, you're going in the same tunnel as the Roman Catholics, the atheists, the fake ooze. You're going in that same tunnel. It's no difference. It's just you're just clowning while you're going in. Okay? So he wanted me to see and wanted me to say to you all, and not so much as to you all, he's still speaking to that one. Okay? And he's saying he wants you to hear me like I have heard others. And how I have heard under the Ruach HaKodesh, even Dorby, Pastor Dorby, even hearing him speak of what I was taught when I was a little girl, it's a powerful feeling to know that the Father has always been in control. Because even when they was killing the saints and the prophets yesterday, he said they doing the same thing today. Same thing. They don't know they killing the prophets. They don't know they're killing the saints. But that's what they're doing. And he's saying they're slaying them. They are murdering them. And the blood, let's go to Revelation chapter 18 and 24. And in her was the blood of the prophets and the saints, and of all were slain upon the earth. You ain't getting away with nothing. See how messed up y'all are? Y'all thinking everything has to and go my way. You ain't got no way but the way to the lake of fire. That's your way. That's your way. Okay, so I like what he's given me, because he's given me a whole lesson in a lesson. And now we're about to cover the lesson itself. And I'm glad he gave me those pieces, because those pieces is showing that the saints and the prophets are still today being murdered like they were yesterday. Okay, and what is happening, everybody's going on a little way. Oh, so what? You see? Now listen to this. It's time to rumble. Revelation chapter 9, verse 1 and 2. I thank the Father for allowing me to go into Revelation like this. I really thank you, Father. Father, y'all, thank you for letting me go in. Thank you for going in with me on every side, Father. I give you praise, glory, and honor. I just thank you for who you are all by yourself, Father. Ahaya! Thank you. Thank you, Father, for being who you are all by yourself. Revelation chapter 9, verse 1 and 2. And the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given a key of the bottomless pit. Why isn't the Father telling us through any of the books outside of Enoch? And Enoch can't outride. See, what people didn't understand, Enoch cannot go before the King James 1611 nor the King James book. Enoch can't override this. It can't. They can take Enoch out, and they can take 20 million books and verses out of this book. But they can't take the power and the will of the power of my Father out. Because that's what he teaches he is with. His power. That's what he teaches us with. His power through his spirit does he teach us. Spirit and truth. Now here it goes. In Revelation chapter 9, verse 1. And the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star fall from heavens unto the earth. And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. Now, notice you hear the bottomless pit. Keep that in mind now. The bottomless pit. This is an angel that was sent down. It tells you, Revelation chapter 9, verse 1. And the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star falling from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given a key of the bottomless pit. Now, whatever it is that's coming and that failed, it was from God. It was from God. The world called God. I can call it God. Ahaya, Yah. As long as you and I know he is the all in all. We know in us that he is the greatest. He is the creator. He's the beginning and the end. He is all power. When you know it in, it's not what you say on the out as far as trying to get it nailed to the way the world can receive it. It's because you already received him in. So here it is. If you think for 1 minute, I could see if they said the angels is coming out of the pit of hell, because then they'd be right. They're not talking about that. They said the fallen angels coming from above. How can the fallen angels come from above when the Father is telling you what he's doing to his angels by allowing them to teach us how they're going to the bottomless pit to release these others that has been bound to do the work of the end. So where is it that we at the end are calling these angels as we want to see fit, as we say they are, and we're calling them fallen angels because the same European that made these Bibles and reprinted them and smeared them is the same one made all those other books, Enoch and all the other things that you all are reading. A lot of it is a bunch of trash. See, at the Most High, a higher, a higher. So here it is. This angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heavens unto the earth. And to him was given a key to the bottomless pit. Now, why is it that we have reversed everything the Father have said? As a prophetess in the wilderness, I have come to understand 4 years old to 63 that the world and the humans therein has reversed everything the Father have said. He say right, they say left. He say up, they say down. He say white, they say black. He say cold, they say hot. Everything he have said, everything he has created, they always counteract it. Now you got to understand, we know we got dark and light. We know we got left and right. We know we got up and down. But notice this. He said every time he say, that means no matter what he say, humans are going to reverse it. And they have. They have reversed everything the Father created because they have reversed himself against what he has created from the beginning. And they call theirs righteous and he is unrighteous. So that's why when you say fallen angels, then you giving this authority and power to Satan, that he has the power to bring evil angels down to the earth. Who gave him that power? Who gave him that authority? Show me in any King James Bible or 1611 where the Father gave Satan the type of power that he have angels coming down on the earth to do his work. Who in the rats behind gave Satan that type of power? Let's go. Proverbs 16. See, a lot of people don't understand. This book will straighten you up or straighten you out when the Ruach is in the midst of you. It'll show you that you never knew nothing. We're going to Proverbs 16. And in Proverbs 16, let's go to verse 4. I ain't said he want me to stop saying that. And you all been lying. And you're going to lie to the very end. You're going to stand before the throne, still yet lying. And hell going to be waiting for your lies and you. Proverbs 16 and verse 4. Ahiah have made all things for himself. Ahiah has made all things for himself. Do you hear that, man? No, he didn't make woman for man. He didn't make woman for man. He made woman for his own will and purpose. That's why she was going to help you meet his will. Not your lust to your flesh. Not your desire to your flesh. Not to work for your flesh. Not to feed your flesh. All that been a lie. And you're going to live a lie, die a lie. And guess what? And it's going to still go to the hell with you, with your lie. Proverbs 16 and verse 4. Ahiah has made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So how is it that he's saying fallen angels like it was in the days of Noah? You lied, child. There was no angels back in the days of Noah. Because you all didn't understand those that came down with Satan. Okay? You had a whole host of them in the uttermost pit, in the darkness, chain. This is where you see him pulling them up today in Revelation. Yah is pulling them up out of Revelation and sending them on a mission. Okay? For the end. To do all this this tribulation. All this tribulation. That's what my son is. Let me see what he's saying here. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be bothered with it right now. The tribulation. All this time. You see? They are down here. They're in the uttermost darkness. He's sending angels down to the bottomless pit. Can they go down there themselves? No. He's sending them down with the keys to open up, to let those out that's supposed to come out. The same ones that were chained up. Now there were some that came down came down with Satan, but they are spirits, you all. And what happened? Just as Adam and Eve was added to Satan's seed, so have every man and woman, male and female, coming to the earth. Either you on the serpent or you on the spiritual side. That's why he said, he that is born of the flesh is of the flesh. He that is born of the spirit of the spirit. That means if you're not born of the spirit, I don't care if you're 90 years old. If you're not born of the spirit, I don't care if you've been in the church for 1,000,000 years. If you're not born of the spirit, you ain't coming in as the spirit. You see? Because those that are born of the spirit is already written in the Lamb Book of Life before they even hit the earth in their mother's womb. So therefore, you cannot be born of the spirit. You are born of the Satan seed. That's why you keep running into that broad gate and it feels so comfortable for you. Same as Adam and Eve when they went to the two trees in the midst. They went straight to the tree of evil and good, because that was their destiny. It was written in heaven that they were going to the lake of fire. So they went straight to their mission. So they became the seeds of Satan already. You see? So when you finish teaching these people lies, the lie's going to be on you. And one thing I do like about the idea, the Father going to allow the blood to be on you. Okay? And even if you didn't know truth, because you was always a liar from the heaven. You was already signed and written in the book of he that's going to lead the lake of fire. He's going to burn with you and you're going to burn with him, the father of lies. You already written in the books that leads to the lake of fire. See, that's what they never taught y'all in church. They never taught you. Hebrew Israelites won't even go nowhere near that. Nobody would teach that because there's too much spirit and truth to it. And they don't want you to know that much. Just like the world. They don't want you to know these elites that's doing all this wicked and evil. They don't want you to know nothing. And you follow their way than the way of the light. Father said he ain't got no problem with that. Okay? So in Revelation chapter 9, verse 1 and 2, let's finish it. And the fifth angel sound, and I saw a star fall from heaven into the earth. And watch this here. And to him was given the keys of the bottomless pit. Now listen very careful. And he opened, see, the bottomless pit. And there arose a smoke out of it. And the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air was darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. This is Yah sending his down to open up the pit to let those out that's going to do his will for the end days. And y'all lying, telling these people, and really believe it, because Enoch, they see how they take the Enoch words over Yah's? There was never a fallen angels. Yes, it tells you how Satan came down like a lightning. And when he came, all the other ones came with him. But it ain't like they falling out the sky every day, every hour, and every season, every century. Stop lying. There's no fallen angels falling out of the heavens. The heavens is clear. Why? Because Yah is sending his down to open up the bottomless pit to let those out. So we're in the rats behind. Did of the earth as if they do not belong to the right hand of the Father. All angels belong to the Father. So where in this book does the Father say, I send angels? He didn't say that. Because he knows that he ain't sending nothing down in this day and time. He's sending them up out of the bottomless pit to complete his end time will. I'm going to show you how deep it is, y'all. I'm going to show you how they've been lying to y'all. When they say Satan and fallen angels, they give the power to Satan that belongs to the Father. He said, Deborah, when I say up, they say down. When I say left, they say right. When I say white, they say black. And I'm like, but Father, that's so much righteous. He said, how do you know? Because I see it. I'm looking at it. And it's identical. And the reason why he said, how do I know? Because he want to make sure that I can speak what I see it. So in Revelation chapter 9, here it is. It's telling you that the Father sent an angel down. And that angel couldn't come down until the fifth angel sounded. So you see the order and the control and the power of the Father? They're sending the angel down to go with the key to open up the bottomless pit. Why we can't give him that glory? Well, wait a minute, Father, y'all, why you can't gain that glory? That you all let and some. Why isn't they teaching and preaching you? No, they so busy saying the fallen angels doing this. Y'all be careful because they got fallen angels. You got prophets. No, they not prophets. Fake prophets, fake teachers, fake evangelists, fake Maureen, fake watchmen, fake seers, fake apostles, fake preachers, fake teachers, fake ministers, fake priests, fake pastors all over the world. And they feel good about their lie. Now he's telling you, Deborah, only thing coming out of the heaven is the one I'm sending to open up the bottomless pit. Because those that are chained down, they got a work to do. They're going to tear up from the floor up, the end days. They don't understand, Deborah. When I'm going to get Satan the power to bring down from the heaven. Oh, Father, y'all. Angels. Who gave Satan the power to bring down angels from above? I said, Father, but that's not for him. That's for me. I have to dissect that thing in spirit and truth. And he said, while you dissecting it, you can be over here. You can be one out of a 100 million that knows it. That knows what? Truth. That's why the gate is narrow. And a few going to find truth. Going through the light. Going to the narrow gate to life. Only a few. And that's what I'm talking about. As I go in through the narrow gate, I'm speaking on what I'm experiencing going through the narrow gate. And that's why it ain't meant for you to know. And as I'm going through the narrow gate, and it's witches and witchcraft and mindset, because your mindset, it's a mindset like that. This European lady, been married 30 years. She got my 43-year-old son, and she doing a lot of witchcrafting on him. And you know what? You don't think I'm been doing that? And I'm like I'm praying, saying, Father, bind that spirit. I have to. Because you're going to endure, Deborah, the things you cannot change. And in the process of enduring, you're going to stand back and watch my power work on your behalf. Because one thing that lady don't want me to do, fall real hard on my knees. She going to be in trouble, and her whole family. Because this is what is out here, y'all. This lady, I ain't going to even get into that. Let me stay into my study. So let's go to Revelation chapter 9 and verse 11. So when y'all sit around here and lie about fallen angels and aliens. Now let me tell you about aliens. What y'all did is you lied on my father. See, what they did is they locked him in to their way and their way only. When he created Adam and Eve, he didn't say that was it. They were just the first. You see? Just because he created Adam and Eve and put them in the garden doesn't mean that he didn't create anything after them. But that's how our mindset is. So what? He rests on the seventh. I know what rest he talking about. You know. You think he gave rest to the flesh without giving rest to the spirit? And if you ain't got rest to the spirit, you don't know who he is. So you can rest in your flesh all you want. But until you understand the rest in the spirit, you still lost without a cause. So let me get to Revelation chapter 9, because I can get so deep in this here to shut every last one of y'all tails down. Revelation chapter 9 and verse 11. In Revelation chapter 9 and verse 11, and it says, and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit. A king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is in Hebrew, tongue. Now, right there, I got to go to 10 to get that. Let me go to 10. Revelation chapter 9, verse 10 and 11. Verse 10. And they had tails like a scorpion, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them. But wait a minute, hold on, Father. Where did they come from? Where did they come from? Were they the fallen angels doing these deeds, Father? Well, they was the fallen angels. He said, Deborah, no, these are not fallen angels. These are those that I have set under the bottomless pit, chained in the uttermost darkness. I told them that. They have a will. They have not will. They have a time, a day. They have a day in my will. And I'm sitting here telling them, even when I summon the horses, they don't get it. This is me. Me. I, the Father. Why are they giving the credit that we supposed to be giving the Father for the whole book of Revelation? How did we turn it over to Satan and the world? How did Satan override Revelation? How did Satan have so many fallen angels to where he's orchestrating the earth separate from the way the will of the Father has already written it? I need somebody to explain, how can Satan have the power of fallen angels to orchestrate the world and the things they're in today outside of the will of the Father that was written before the foundation of the world? How did Satan get the power? Man. Blind leading the blind, death leading to death. Those that are born of the flesh. That's who's teaching this thing, y'all. And y'all thinking these people are holy than thou. These people on YouTube and Facebook are of the flesh. They are the serpent seed. And they teach it. And it's okay for them to teach, because you're the serpent seed too, waiting to hear them. And that's why y'all are so full of trash in your way of thinking, because you can't hear spirit and truth and see and eat of the food of the spirit, because you're too in love with the food of the flesh. Because the food of the flesh, 99.9 think they got something going with it. Now here it is in Revelation chapter 9 verse 10 and 11. And they had tails like the scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt. Their power, meaning Yah gave them power to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them. This is of the Father, y'all. Come on, let's go on. Let's push it. Let's go to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 7. Father, that's sad. This is really sad. This is a sad, sad sight in the world today. I mean, it's a sad one, but it's a glad one. The glad one comes because it is written. It is written that it should go this way. But it's also written that if it was so, it would fool the very elect. That means those that was elect from the bosom of the Father before the foundation of the world is not going to be fooled by you and all of these fruitcakes out here that serve Satan's seed. So in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 7 through 8, it reads, "And when they shall have finished their testimonies, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them." Now get this here. These were the two prophets. Remember the two prophets that's going to come? The whole world is going to be afraid of them because of the power they have. Because of the power they have been given by the Most High Yah. They're going to be so afraid of them. So they're going to go around and they're going to be doing things and showing their powers. And they're going to be on the earth with all the plagues, and often as they will. They're going to be pouring out plagues. These plagues is not going to be good, y'all. Now, y'all are in Revelation. And he's telling y'all, this is me. And y'all said, oh, Satan's fallen angels doing this. They doing this. They doing this. All the aliens. And just like in the days of Adam and Eve. He placing them in the garden. He focused us on what he created in his perfect will and how he got out of the order. But it was not like he ended his creation. That's how we limit him. That's what he mean when he said up, we say down. He said right, we say left. When he said light, we say dark. And that's the flesh that are the serpent seed. We're going to always counteract the will of the Father. Because we think it's our will. We do what we want to do. We think the way you don't think because you're already written to think the way you think. You are already written to feel the way you feel. So you ain't feeling no way to the Most High God that he don't already know it is written. You know, that's why 99.1 billion didn't know. That's what Yeshua was saying to Satan on top of the mountain. He didn't go up there with Hamashiach. He went up there alone and let him know. But it's written already, Satan. It's already written. And then Satan gonna turn around and tell him if he fell down, how many angels would catch him if he won't hit his head or whatever on the rock. Guess what? And then Satan said, it is written. No, you ain't gonna say it. And all Satan was trying to do is to get him to use the power. That's all Satan was trying to figure out. Are you up here with the power? Because he said, you up here with the power, I'm gonna stand down. Satan was up there with Yeshua saying, oh, wait a minute, can you do this and do this and do, wait a minute, do you have the power? Are you up here with Hamashiach? Are you up here with Christ? Or are you alone? That's all he was saying. That's all he was saying. And he knew already if he has Christ with him, you wouldn't be up on the mountain with him. But that's how naive and dumb Satan is, like many of the multitude of people today. That's how dumb he is. He thought that, okay, I'm gonna go up here and he followed up Yeshua to the mountaintop, mental, mind-wise, to try to take him. But he was fasting for the what? The flesh. He wasn't fasting for the spirit. You don't fast for the spirit. You fast to let that flesh down so the spirit can have its way. But what was Yeshua doing? Yeshua had to go up on the mountain as he was for our behalf, to let that devil know that we don't come to no mountain in our mindset alone. Because we live on every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High God. That's that power that takes us up, that allow us to go up, but it's bound to bring you down on any mountain. But many people don't know nothing about that because they ain't never been taught that. So here in Revelation chapter 9 and verse 10 and 11, it shows you here that these here scorpions had tails that sting, and they were given the power to hurt men. Now, why is it keep telling us the pit of hell in Revelation? Why is it keep telling us the angels of Yah and how the Father and Yeshua is doing this and doing this in the heavens, making these things like it is on the earth? All these plagues come to play. But we sitting here saying at the same time the Father's doing all this, we on the earth are telling people, oh, it is the fallen angels doing all this. Who gave Satan the power to bring fallen angels from above? Come on now, y'all. Who gave Satan the power to form the fallen angels into giants? Come on, y'all. It's a myth. It's a lie. Always been. Enoch is a lie. Enoch is not a lie, but Enoch is a lie. Enoch is not a lie, but Enoch is a lie. The book of Enoch is a lie, but the spirit of Enoch is in heaven. He's not a lie. He's not that he's in heaven, but he is written. So if he's asleep and he is written, why in the rest behind you reading a book out of the European hands that says it's Enoch? All this demonic mess in it, it needed to be taken out of this book. Based on what it's saying, it counteracts the book, y'all. And that's what the Europeans did. The Roman Catholic know how to swing their power because Satan gave his right hand to them to do just that. And they did a perfect job according to my Father's will. How about that? How about that? So when you get to Revelation chapter 11, verse 7 and 8. Now we're in Revelation chapter 11, verse 7 and 8. And when they shall have finished their testimonies, that's the two prophets that's coming. Okay? They finished their two testimony. The beasts that ascended out of the bottomless pit. Where's the fallen angels, y'all? Where is the cock and picking fallen angels that y'all claim? Y'all is still doing the work. The whole world is scared of these two prophets. These two prophets got the power to do all kind of things. Who pulling this one? Who's pulling this beast? Who's pulling the beast out of the bottomless pit to take out the two prophets, y'all son? You mean y'all gonna let a beast from the bottomless pit come up to destroy the two prophets? Yes. So where in the rest behind did the fallen angels get the authority? Where they at? Come on, fallen angels, where you at? If you all that in some, why ain't you killing the two prophets? Y'all are bent up and bent down. I see why the Father let his prophets come and go. Because these men, they ain't gonna never, ever, ever find their way. And they wonder why one man took 7 women. It wasn't for you. It's because he gonna destroy the men. That's why. And it's because the man that's gonna be left is only the holy ones. The only men that's gonna be left is gonna be called by Yah as holy. And the women gonna know that they are holy. And they don't want no part in them outside of the name that Yah has called that man to, which is holy. They want that name too. That's the only thing that's going to take away the reproach of our sins and our wickedness. It's holy is the name. So what happens? And then it says in verse 8, Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also also our Yeshua was crucified. So I want y'all to understand, this is not going to happen over here in the United States. So when Sister Deborah said I'm looking for the two prophets, I have to understand they're going to have to be over there, not over here. See, that's why I know over here going to be destroyed. My ex-husband said to me, he said, but you said to me 28 years ago that the United States was going to be doomed. I'm telling you, 28 years ago, I battled with the United States. I battled with this country not existing. I battled with it. Did I have the full just reason? No, but I battled with it even being present. And he spoke to me. He said, but do you remember when you said the United States shouldn't even exist and they have to be bumped off? He said, you wore that thing. I think I wore that thing out for a whole year. I wore that sucker out for a whole year. I wouldn't accept it. Because they have no space in the bosom of my father. And I knew it as all those years. And here I am today. That was 28 years ago. That was when I was pregnant with my son, Joseph. 28 years ago. So you can take y'all tail somewhere and sit down with all this stuff y'all want to listen. Your feelings. I don't care about your feelings. Your feelings don't mean nothing to me. You know, you don't even have to look at this page. Okay? So in one thing about Revelation 11 and verse 7 and 8, he tells you how the two prophets that he's sending and how they're going to have the power, but he's bringing what? Let's go back. He's bringing a beast out of the bottomless pit. Praise the Most High God. The Father bringing a beast up out of the bottomless pit. Wait a minute. Hold up. What happened to all them fallen angels? Ain't you going to use the fallen angels, Satan got? For what, Deborah? There's no fallen angels. That's the humans clowning. Aliens, I keep telling you about aliens. When he created the Adam and Eve, after that, and they began to live, he also created others. We put such a cap on my father till it is off the chain. We put a cap on him as if he don't have the power to create others outside of what we understand. That's why it's important to have his Holy Spirit in us, because it's going to teach us all things. And all things mean the things that is not in these books, but is in these books. That's not in these books, but is in these books. That's how he rumbled. So even the two prophets that he's sending, and they're not going to be in the United States because the United States is about to But let me tell you, this two prophets is not going to be in this country. It's going to be over in Egypt and over in that area and in Sodom. Okay? Let me tell you something. You running your tails around here. Keep running your tails. Because what you doing while you running your tails around, you chasing your own tail. Pretty soon you're going to be dizzy and you're going to fall dead. Okay? So what is happening? I like that because it's showing you again how the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them. See, Yah is bringing what's in the bottomless pit up out to complete the plagues and to bring upon different plagues. He's bringing them from the bottomless pit. And we run around here talking about some darn fallen angels got the power to do this. He didn't give Satan no power for no fallen angels or him to have power to have fallen angels to come up out of the from above. Ain't nothing coming from above outside of what heavens itself from the throne is sending down. And it ain't fallen angels. He's taking the ones from the bottomless pit. Stop lying. Okay, let's go to Revelation chapter 20. Revelation chapter 20. Oh, no. Oh, no. Revelation chapter 17. That's what I put here. Revelation chapter 17. Now, I want to show y'all how these people that have been teaching you all, it's okay for them to teach you lies. Because you are the father of the lies children. And that's why you need to receive the lies. Because that's the food you eat. You are the children of the father of lies. So that's okay for them to teach you lies. You see how much sense it makes? The father of lies teaches his children that are his seeds lies, and they digest it well. Okay? Now, when you get to Revelation chapter 17, and we're going to cover 7 and 8, and it reads, Revelation chapter 17, verse 7. Let's go. And the angel said unto me, wherefore did it thy marvel? He's talking to John. I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Now, I want you all to understand, the beast that carried the woman, okay? I believe that the woman, and I like the mystery. I like the word mystery because he already let y'all know. Ain't nobody going to tell you but the prophets. He already let you know. Ain't nobody, your pastor, your bishop, your Maureen, your seers, your watchmen, your priests, your apostles, your prophet, your prophets and your prophetess is the only one going to be able to tell you the mystery. Go to Revelation 10. He said everything, the mystery, it rests in the prophets. That's it. And he's not talking about the prophets of just yesterday, but the prophets of the day who come to still yet keep speaking the prophets of yesterday words and the words for right now today. That doesn't change the word of yesterday, just fulfill it. Like Yeshua say, I come to fulfill. He had a mission. Okay? Okay. Now, here, you notice in Revelation chapter 17, it says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her. Notice something is carrying the woman. It's the beast. What is carrying that woman is the beast. It's a system. It's a system. It's a system that been carrying the beast. What did Sister Deborah try to teach? Oh, Father, it just gets so frustrating trying to teach to a brick wall. So I'm just hoping, I ain't going to hope. I know that one is out there. Just to be assurance with that insurance that one is out here listening to this video. Anybody else? Kick rocks. That one. And I know you out there. I know that you out there. Now, one thing about this beast that carried the woman, I believe the beast is United Snakes, without a doubt. I think that something carried United Snakes, without a doubt. And I believe it is a system. And I believe the system is the Roman Catholic. Okay? I believe the Roman Catholic is the beast. Because I believe over there in Israel and Jerusalem, those are the Ish. And that they are Europeans. Okay? They are really Europeans. Okay? Claiming to be another identity. So I believe that it is the Roman Catholic system that the world rules. Not just China, Russia, Italy, United States, British, France. This is why Roman Catholic is all over the world. All over the world. And I think the Roman Catholic has also detached themselves to a high level. I give and take, I would say 70% of the Christians has been the shield for the Roman Catholic. That's how powerful the beast is. But it's all over the world, and it's ruled all over every country. You go to Roman Catholics. Okay, I mean, you go to Russia, you'll see Europeans, Roman Catholic. China, Roman Catholic. It'll blow your mind. Pull it up on your Google and see. Italy, one of the headquarters. United States is the whore. Okay, that sat to work for the beast all these years. All these years. Okay? That's why, listen to what it says. The beast that carried her. Something was carrying the United Snakes. Something was carrying the United Snakes when they were going around stealing land, killing men, women, and children for land. Stealing, destroying, murdering, biochemicals, everything they did. This is what they have been doing for years. Okay, so the beast was carrying her, meaning that was her. Say, for instance, if you were say a king, and you had someone to carry you, meaning they're supporting you up, holding you up. Well, that's what the beast was doing to the United Snakes. The same beast that was carrying her is going to destroy her and bring all that is brought into the beast to go up against her. You see, so you got to understand the woman and the beast that carried her. It says the mystery of the woman and the beast that carried her. You got to understand somebody's carrying the United Snakes. Okay? Which has the 7 horns and the 7 heads and the 10 horns. That's the beast. Okay? Verse 8. The beast that thou saw it was. See, it was. And guess what? And is not. And shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. You see? And go into perdition, and they that dwells on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they upheld the beast that was and is not, and yet is. You see, you got to know the beast was, is not, and that yet again is. You see, this beast is Satan's power. It's resting in this beast. Okay? Now, the beast, it has to be a system. Okay? And I believe it's the Roman Catholic that used the shield of the Christians to hide behind all these thousands of years, so no one would know that they are the set up from the floor up right hand of Satan. That's who they are. Okay, but what I like about it, it says the beast that thou saw it was and is not and shall ascend out of the pit. He's showing you, I'm rooting. The Father's sitting here telling us that are his. If you're not his, you don't know what he's talking about. You don't know what he's talking about if you're not his. So don't claim it because you're hearing it. Oh, I know that. You don't know nothing. Okay? So the bottomless pit, all of these that's happening on the earth, everything, even the beast, even the United Snakes is being destroyed based on what the Father is allowing to come up out of the pit. We know that there was angels put in the pit, chained up for a time as this. But we refuse to see how he's telling us he's bringing them up to do the work of the plagues and the destructions in the end days. And we're calling it on the fallen angels. We said spaceships, aliens, and the fallen angels. And like I said, with Adam and Eve, he created other peoples outside of that. Because what y'all did not understand, Abel and Cain was not full adults when Cain killed Abel. So who was going to hunt him down? You have to understand the Father orchestrated the beginning to the end. He didn't just start the beginning and let the beginning make its own end. You see how sick y'all are? He is the beginning to the end. He ain't created just the beginning and then say, go Adam and Eve, make the beginning to the end. Multiply to where you're going to build everything and make all the rest of the people. He told them how to subdue. He told them how to rebuild, reestablish. But he also created. It wasn't that, okay, I create that and that's it. No, baby. No. When you're taught by the Holy Spirit, he teaches you these things. He did not leave the power up to Adam and Eve to make this world what it is today. That's why you all messed up from the floor up. For somebody to go into Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15 and tell us and tell Satan that you're going to have your seed and I'm going to have mine. What is that saying? You're going to have yours and I'm going to have mine. You can't just have yours and it be at the number that came down here with you. But I'm just letting you know, I'm going to let those that come from the heaven be on your side. But that work is done. He ain't still letting them drop down, falling from heaven to do his will. No, he's bringing them up from the bottom of this pit. All y'all just lying. Like he said, Deborah, I'm calling my plagues. I'm calling everything from the bottom of this pit. And they telling everybody that the fallen angels coming from heaven. See, he just like he said left, y'all say right. He say right, y'all say left. So anything the Father is saying and have said, we're going to reverse it no matter what. Until we see at the kingdom who really side we are on. Because right now, people think they all are going to the kingdom for eternal life. That's sad. That's real sad. But I like this because even here in Revelation 18, he's letting you know that the beast that was and the beast that was and is not and yet is, he just letting you know, I rumble this. I rumble this, Deborah. Tell them I rule this. So why do I need to be sending beasts and causing everything to come forth if the Satan got the power to bring angels from the fallen heaven? Who gave him that authority? Who gave him that right? And where can you find that outside of another book that the Europeans created for sick people who don't know no better, who are the seed of Satan? Okay, so even in Revelation chapter 17, verse 7 and 8, you can see where they've been lying. There go it again, telling you. And I like that because we ain't done yet. When you get to Revelation chapter 20, the Father is coming into Revelation chapter 20 because he wants you all, Revelation period, y'all to know this the end. So where do you see in the end said fallen angels? Why are you all calling it fallen angels like the fallen angels? I don't need the fallen angels to end this thing for me. I didn't give Satan the power to bring down fallen angels. He ain't got no fallen angels coming down. I got them coming from up because it's over from down. And it always been. When I kick them out, I kick them out. And every human being on this earth is either the seed of Satan or the seed of the Spirit. So what we need fallen angels for? They either working for Satan or the Spirit. I told you I got a broad gate and a narrow gate. So Satan is got the majority. What did he need fallen angels for? Do y'all not see my plagues cutting up from the floor up? Y'all don't see the plagues? No, they don't see them, Father. Because they seeing the fallen angels coming. And not one scripture will they find fallen angels. So they say, oh, they took the books out. They took the books. But then you can't. Why do you think people stayed away from Revelation? They was afraid of what they hearing. And now Revelation is telling you, y'all got to step into it because that's what's my will. It's my plagues. It's my judgment. It's my chastising. It's my wrath. Y'all better step into Revelation. They out of Revelation. They over here in Satan's territory telling the world that he got fallen angels coming out here to do this, do this, do this, and do this. No. Men are the fallen angels. Always was. And it ain't that they fell. They were born of a woman. They either was a serpent seed or the spiritual seed. No, he didn't need them to bring angels down here to cut up from the floor up. Because it ain't nothing left. My will is already done. So the world and you all, because the world have deceived y'all and manipulate y'all to believe that the fallen angels, you have to give that type of right hand power to Satan. And Satan knows he don't have it. We finna go there. So you want to give Satan all that type of power that he can bring down fallen angels, and fallen angels are coming down here to work on his behalf. Y'all's a fool, you's a fool, you gonna live a fool, you gonna die a fool. And you gonna live in the lake of fire as a fool. Now, When you get to when you get to Revelation, now watch how this pan out, y'all. Listen to this. Revelation chapter 20, verse 1 and 3. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the keys. Wait a minute. Hold up, Father. Hold up, Father. Hold up, Father. Something wrong. He said, yeah. Do you get it? I just got it, y'all. I just got it. Everything Revelation is said is showing you how the Father is sending his angels down to do the work of the end days regarding the plagues and all the things that's happening on the earth, all the beasts, everything that's going on. He's sending them down, and y'all Negro men and these heathens and Gentiles giving glory and honor to Satan and saying his fallen angels. Father is not, he wants you to know, here he is. His plagues are being taken place, but he's showing you I'm coming from underneath. But I'm sending my angels from my bosom to unlock the uttermost darkness, to let the plagues start to roll. And they calling it fallen angels as if Satan got the ability to bring down fallen angels onto the earth. Who gave him that type of right hand? Nobody. What the Father gave him is what he brought in man. The seed of the serpent or the seed of the woman. Already in man. One or the other. So where are these fallen angels that's giants that's coming? Because you lied about the end days in Noah chapter 6. Giants having sex with women. Fallen angels having sex with women. You all have lied. You have lied upon lie upon lie upon lie. And you're going to lie, and die in your lie. There was never fallen angels, you guys. Outside of those that was kicked out at the beginning. That set the pace. So if Satan had a certain amount, the Father put some down in the uttermost darkness. That's what you see him getting up. He's opening up, telling them to do the judgment, the wrath, the fire, the wicked and evil that's on the earth. They're being able to come up and do it. He ain't telling them to come down and do it. And who gave the power to Satan to have giants and fallen angels? Who in the wretch behind gave Satan all that power? Satan sitting up there looking at y'all like fools. Satan looking at y'all stupid tails like fools. Hey, I didn't even ask for that type of power. They gave me a lot of power. That's why he said Satan ain't your worst enemy. You are. You give Satan that power. To make him think he had the power. But he ain't that power. Let me show it to you. Come on to Revelation chapter 20. Revelation chapter 20 verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. The key in one hand and a chain in the other. Well, let's see what this angel's coming from heaven is going to do. And he laid a hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. You mean it took one angel to do that? One angel did that. Wait a minute. What about all them fallen angels coming down here doing all this stuff these men and women teaching and preaching they doing? The heathen and Gentiles making movies, trapping their minds to think that the power that's in the sky and in the air is overriding my Father in the heavens. You's a lie, you gonna live a lie, and you gonna die a lie. Because it's the lie, it's rising higher and higher. Ain't nobody paying no attention. That is a full lie. Satan ain't even doing this. Satan is not doing this. Man is doing it. Because they still carrying his seed. That's why they doing it, y'all. That's why they teaching y'all fallen angels and giants. That's why they're doing it. They are the Satan seeds. Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold of the dragon, that serpent, which is the devil, Satan, bound him for 1,000 years. Hold up. How is it he had the keys in one hand and the chain? He bound that bad boy all by himself. Now, who says Satan got the power to do anything? Come on now, somebody need to talk to me. Father, is there one today that have any sense to know spirit of truth? that it took one angel, keys in one, chain in one, bound Satan. Let's see how he bound him. Verse 3. And cast him in the bottomless pit and shut him up. Watch this here. And sealed and set a seal upon him, that he shall not deceive the nations no more until 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. One angel did that. He shut him up, sealed him, bound him with the chain, and took him to his tail to the bottomless pit, where he what? Shall be there for 1,000 years. One angel did that. So why are these men in the Hebrew Israelites, these heathens and Gentiles, showing these movies, they show so many movies of Satan being such a powerful entity, controlling and big and ruler, to where their minds are tainted with the understanding that the power rests in the power of Satan. Satan has no power. He never did. It took one angel to chain him up, muzzle his mouth for 1,000 years. An angel did that. The Father didn't even have to get off the throne. You see how sick y'all are? Y'all are sick. You are sick. This is what he was saying, Deborah. When I say up, they say down. When I say right, they say left. When I say light, they say dark. When I say cold, they say hot. No matter what the Father say, you're going to always counteract it. And you're going to find words to support your counteracting it. Even if it takes you to go to 1,000,000 books to get it, you're going to run there to try to justify, clarify, and identify. But let me tell you something. You'll never come up on Deborah with no books. Solomon already tell you, many books brings much worrying and sorrow. Only thing you can come up on me with is spirit and truth. And if you ain't got that, stand your tail down, clown. What you talking about ain't nothing. And until that Ruach HaKodesh come in you and teach you spirit and truth, you are still lost with the cause and without one. Stand down. So even here in Revelation chapter 20, here he's showing you that he sent Deborah, I sent another angel. Hey, Deborah, I sent another angel down with the keys to the bottomless pit again. And he comes to take Satan to the bottomless pit and to put a seal on him and to muzzle his mouth. One angel, Father. So how are these Negroes, these heathen, these Gentiles, making all these movies like Satan got all his power? He said, right then I tried to tell you, he never had no power outside of the power that the mouth of men given him. Outside of that, he never had none. I gave him the seeds, because the seeds that was worshiping him was still trying to battle the fact that they wanted to join. So I just, in human, I put 10 seeds to Satan, 1 seed to me. 20 seeds to Satan, 1 seed to me. 1,000,000 seeds to Satan, 1 seed to me. That's how the heaven rumble, y'all, in case y'all didn't know that. That's why the gate is narrow. That's why very few gonna find it. You see? That's why the small remnant is already in the body. The small remnant is inside of Israel. He gonna pull that out. He gonna leave Israel right here on the earth, on the four corners, especially in the United States. Get ready, Negroes, get ready. You ain't going nowhere. Okay, so now he takes me to to Revelation chapter 7, 20 and 7. When he takes me to Revelation chapter 20 and 7, what do I see? Verse 7. And when the 1,000 years expire, Satan shall be loosed out of prison. Verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations. You see? The Father is going to send another angel down, loose Satan out of heaven, unchain him, and his mission is going to be what? He's going to have to get it from the throne. The throne going to tell him, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you, in verse 8, ye shall go out and deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather themselves together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Satan said, okay, I'll do it. I'm ready. Satan already knew that. Satan already knew that only reason why I'm coming out is to deceive them so I can go right back to the bottom of this pit. This time I'm going a little deeper to the lake of fire. Do y'all see Satan battling? Did Satan battle this angel? Did Satan battle this angel? When the two witnesses came on the scene and can cut up with the floor with the power that the Father has given them, did they fight against did they really fight against the beast? Let's go back there. Let's see. Let's see here. We're gonna find out what was that all about. Okay. Let's go to Revelation chapter 11 and verse 7. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I got some chills on me because I'm chilling because I'm kind of emotional. I'm feeling that thing, y'all. I'm feeling that thing. I'm feeling that thing from the inside out. Let's go. Revelation chapter 11, verse 7. And when they finish, and when they shall have finished their testimony. Who is they? The two prophets. Don't forget, they had the power. Let's go back. Revelation chapter 11, verse 5. And if any man were to hurt them, fire proceed out of their mouth and devour their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must be in this matter be killed. So they couldn't bother these prophets, these two prophets. They couldn't do anything with them. They had the power. The Father had given them the power to do these things. And verse 6 says, these have the power to shut heaven. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. These two witnesses had the power to shut heaven, that it rained not in the days of their prophecy, and had power over water to turn them to blood, to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. Who are we talking about? The two witnesses. Weren't they given power? Look at all this power the Father gave them. But watch how my Father will shut it up and shut it down. Watch this here. When you get to verse 7. And when they had finished their testimony, praise Almighty Yah, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. You see that? What beast is coming out of there that's going to overtake these two prophets at the power that the Father had given them? The power that the Father had given the beast to come up to destroy them. Where is the fallen angels and their power in this? Seem like it's coming from underneath and not above. So why are you all keep saying these fallen angels? Because you never was taught what took place before the foundation of the world. And during that time, everything was orchestrated from the heaven, that those that did fall down on the earth were those that the Father sent down here as the seed of the serpent and as the seed of the woman, which is spiritual. He that is born. See, y'all didn't know the seed of Satan was born. The seed of the woman was born. That's what he was telling Satan in Genesis 3 and 15. You're going to have your seed, I'm going to have mine. And this is what's going to go down. But you're going to have a hate for mine. And mine's going to have a hate for you. You see? That's why Cain killed Abel, y'all. That was the example for what he said in Genesis 3 and 15. See, heaven got this thing locked up and locked out, and you are locked out. You see? So all this other stuff that they saying, it don't mean nothing. So here, he brought a beast from out the bottomless pit to have the power over them that had the power over the world. Praise the mighty Yah. But where did they come from? From under the pit. The bottomless pit, not fallen angels. Y'all just giving them all kind of glory and praise. He even given them the ability to clone without a spirit. He's given, what y'all did not know, man been tampering in the science, mixing human with all kind of things. They could have breeded all kind of monsters. You see? that gotten loose or that they allowed to come loose. You don't know the mind that the Father allowed man to have because they came here as the seed of Satan, the seed of Satan. So they had to do everything against what the normal thing to do. That's why men was running to polygamy. That's not the normal thing because it wasn't what it said in the beginning. One woman come to one man. That's the beginning. That's the perfect will. What along the line that you got out of it because you saw others getting out of it. But don't forget, they got out of it through sin. Because anything it is about, whenever it's about your flesh, and you think your flesh has the most right more than your spirit, then you doomed to hell. I'm going to be honest with y'all. If you ever think that your flesh holds the right and the up over you, then you are the seed of Satan. That's how you can discern who you are. Okay? Now, what I just showed you in Revelation is how he brought a beast up to kill the false prophet who had all the power to do all kind of things. But the Father brought the beast up from where? The bottomless pit. So you tell me who in the rest behind is these here coming from falling from heaven? When he could have used the fallen angels to do it, why did he call heathens up to do it? See, y'all allowing these fallen angels and y'all breeding this because y'all mindset. That's why men out here killing women, killing their children, killing their mothers and their fathers and their brothers. Not great numbers. It's because you have fed into the seed in which you were born into. And you're showing the world that we're going to make this right and you wrong. But they don't understand. When you're on that side, guess what? You're with the LBGYN or KUV. You're with the murderers, the robbers, the rapers, the lust, the fornication, all that wicked stuff. Even polygamy fall in that line. All of it fall in there. And y'all just doing all y'all do where? In the flesh. Y'all doing all that in the flesh and don't have no spiritual insight that is all wrong. You see? That's why they saying fallen angels and giants. Never did understand Genesis 6, just as clear as day. A kindergarten can probably tell you the story. Fallen angels and giants. No, it was men abomination. Their sexual lust and desire. That's why they was expounding on men having daughters. Born. One of you know they were born to them. Their own flesh and blood. They didn't care if they reached the age of 18, 17, or if they even had a period. They were selling them off to the angels that came here on Yah's side. That's what was happening. It was mixing. The sons of Yah was mixing with the daughters of man, which is flesh. The spiritual sons of Yah was mixing with the flesh that was born of the flesh. So this is what was going on. The spiritual seed was mixing with the serpent seed. That's what was going on in Genesis 6, y'all, that caused him to end the world. It didn't have nothing to do with giants. It didn't have nothing to do with fallen angels. Ain't no angels falling. They act like it's fallen angels like it rain outside. Angels just can get flawed like it's raining. All that is a lie, y'all. Nobody have that power over my Father like that. He's telling you from Genesis chapter 1 to Revelation chapter 1 to Revelation at the end. He's showing you every plague, Deborah, every judgment, every fierce fire and wrath is coming from underneath. You're going to have volcanoes, earthquake, tsunamis, wind. You see? Famine, pestilence. He ain't called nothing from fallen angels. So where the rats behind y'all getting that trash from? It's because you done taught it so much. The heathen and Gentile have breeded in your mind so much it become your truth. It can be your truth. That's what's going to take you out. Your truth. So when you see, even when he destroyed had the two prophets destroyed, they came from the beast. From when he had Babylon coming down, it's going to be brought by the beast going to come up. It's a man. You see? he's going to be given that power because Satan has given it unto him. Like, here, take mine with you and do your do. And it's not because Satan said, here, you take mine with you. It's because the Father gave him that day in which we are in, the tribulation time. So he's going to be able to give him what little power that he has. Okay? And this is what's going to cause the beast to think that he's top daddy Cain now. But notice the beast is a man. See, Satan can't hand over nothing. Satan can't do anything unless there is a man already present. Why ain't Satan using the fallen angels to do it then? Why ain't the fallen angels fighting for Satan? See how stupid y'all sound? You see how stupid y'all sound? Because why is Satan turning and giving his power to the beast? Because Yah has given him a time where he can give his power to the beast so the beast can destroy things according to the Father's will. That's why when you get into Revelation 17, the beast that was and is not and is again. Letting you know the Father rumbled this thing. Meaning the system that it was. It goes down and high, and now that it is. The Roman Catholic has been high. Why was it? It wasn't. Because, see, the Roman Catholic been hid by the Christians. The whole world think the whole thing about righteous is Christians. And that's who the Roman Catholic hid behind to do all the work that they have done this dirty, y'all. Every wicked on this earth, they have hid behind the shield of the Christians. That's why it says that which was. No, that which is, that which was, and that which is again, because he's going to come up now in full force. And Satan said, here, take part of my power, what little I got, go for it. And he's going to wear it out. He's going to wear it out. And the first country the first thing he got to take down, he have to get others to help him take down is Babylon. Look how all of them going to get together to go up against one, Babylon. Why? Because that's the will of the Father. See? They still ain't doing their will. They ain't doing Satan either. They still doing your Father's will. Wait a minute, hold up, Deborah. But where's the fallen angels? Where's the giants? You see how stupid y'all sound? When Yeshua came and he told us about it's going to be like the days of Noah and the days of Solomon and Gomorrah. You won't hear Yeshua tell you nothing about giants. You won't hear Yeshua tell you nothing about fallen angels. That has been a myth that have lived for thousands of years in the wicked and evil mindset and mouth. So Sister Deborah say, I hope you got something out of it. But you all been lied to, and you also have carried the lie as a lie. So I hope you got something out of it. I don't know what I'm going to title it, but I will title it, and I hope you got something out of it. If you did not, go over it again. Follow the scriptures. Now, when you get into this lesson and you hear me, you'll never get it without the Holy Spirit. Without the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, there's no way you can touch this message. I'm looking for that one. Shalom and shalom.